Hello and welcome to the Hardison and Cochran podcast. In today's episode, North Carolina Workers' Compensation Board-Certified Specialist Attorney Ben Cochran explores reasons why a workers' comp insurance company may be in a hurry to settle a workers' comp claim with an injured worker. Now, here's Ben Cochran.
Most commonly, we see an insurance company wanting to resolve a claim rather quickly is because it wants to resolve the claim prior to all medical treatment being exhausted. If an individual has not seen all of the providers that they need to see, then they may not have been provided the recommendations that eventually will be required for the injury. Oftentimes, we may see that a claim is denied and that the insurance company wants to resolve it very quickly prior to that individual seeing an orthopedic, having an MRI, or any other diagnostic study. Because obviously, if you can't prove that you're entitled to certain amounts of medical treatment, then you can't establish the value of your case. So oftentimes we see this in scenarios to where the person has not been provided the amount of medical treatment that they need, and that we don't know what type of recommendations that they may have because they haven't had an MRI to determine whether or not they do have an injury that requires surgery. And so if you don't have that information, you can't present it to establish that the value of the claim is more significant than the minimal amount that's being offered by the insurance company. So most oftentimes, that is the scenario that we see to where insurance companies would rather resolve the claim earlier rather than later.
We'd like to thank you for listening to the Hardison and Cochran Attorneys at Law podcast. If you would like a free consultation about you or a loved one's legal situation, please go to lawyernc.com. For a full list of episodes, please visit lawyernc.com/podcast.
Listening to this podcast does not create an attorney-client relationship between you and Hardison and Cochran. Hardison and Cochran does not accept new clients until obtaining a signed agreement. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be intended or taken as legal advice. If you have a legal matter, contact a licensed attorney in your state about your specific set of circumstances.